for the props. Monday morning, let's talk Battle Rap Daily. The storm has cleared. Ultimate Madness 3 Season 3. We're halfway through the season, right? We're at the semifinals, the Final Four. I'm pretty sure no brackets is still alive. Only 16% of brackets had KCJ even making it this far to begin with. So if you're in that 16%, I'm sure you didn't also pick Jackboy and Cortez. It's very unlikely. So I'm sure everybody's bracket's done for, right? But I guess somebody might win because Caffeine said the closest bracket to being perfect, which is a cop-out. It's either a perfect bracket or not. All right, you can't be the closest to something and win money wagering. Like, it doesn't work that way. You don't tell Vegas, I almost covered the spread. All right, I almost hit the over or the under. Like, it does not work that way. But Ultimate Madness 3, man, of course, I love to talk to the people. I'll throw it to the people first, man. Now that the storm is cleared, it's been 2 days. The Final Four, man, we got Cortez and Rum Nitty, KCJ and Geechee Gotti. I'll let you guys get it off. Early predictions. I want to talk about some of the stuff that occurred over the weekend, some of the post-game interviews, whole bunch of things. So I'll still to the chat first. Crack a 40 till the sun go down. It's a cold winter. Geechee taking the whole thing. Says Junior. Thank you for sharing the broadcast. Casey got that voodoo. Listen, bro. Listen. KCJ. The fuck this bitch do to me? I can't even get the soundbite. I'm not even gonna bother because I don't want to get flagged. And I don't want to ruin the the YouTube quality. CC will kill me. But Prep really like just was there. It's like, what this bitch do to me? And I really want to say Roman Geechee. The judges did not mention Casey's choke in the second. Well, it wasn't a choke. It wasn't a choke. Well, I'm going to get into that as well. I'll even start there, matter of fact, because I feel like that was a little bit of a controversial moment. So, KCJ and Prep, right? Let's put up on the screen, man. The semifinals, man. Semifinals, Ultimate Madness 3. KCJ and Prep. First and foremost, man, I want to give Casey some props. And I want to just give women some props, period. I got some positive statistics, right? Almost 1.5 million women in the world are self-employed now. 17% of business owners are women. Nearly 30% of the businesses in the worldwide economy, Fortune 500 companies, and so forth, are now being owned or co-owned by women. 47% of women are now more in the workforce. There's a higher ratio of women with degrees. You know what I'm saying? And the gender wage gap is starting to close. And you know what else? Your girl, KCJ, going first also defeated the odds as well. Before Saturday, anybody going first, winning the first round in Ultimate Madness was 7-31. That means 7 times somebody went first and won the first round. 31 times somebody lost it. You know what I'm saying? After Saturday, that record was 10-32. KCJ won the coin toss and ended up winning that first round. Like that was unbelievable. Like I always say, if you win the coin toss, you make that person go first. You know what I'm saying? But who knows? Maybe her winning the coin toss might have actually worked in her favor because Prep might have been able to get that round off. But I want to address the second round though, right? Because obviously Prep had that first round where he choked for about a total of 26 seconds to be exact. Right? But he got it back. He fought through. He didn't give up. Personally, at that moment, don't expend your energy, bro. The round is done for. You're not going to win this round. I appreciate you fighting back, but at this point, you got to conserve that energy for the next 2 rounds because this round is gone, right? Now, KCJ started her second round strong. The new bar, right? A couple more haymakers. She had a little stumble. It wasn't even a choke. She had a stumble where she repeated the same sentence 3 times and then kept going. She didn't stop rapping at any moment. She didn't pull a Prep and went seconds without saying any words. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. If you want to deduct a stumble enough to say, well, Prep was clean, she wasn't. That's a cop-out, in my opinion. Because, Prep second round, what are we doing here? The mac and cheese... he pulled out the perfume, said, this is what you cologne to me, smell like a scent of victory. That wasn't that good. You know what I'm saying? He had two really interesting angles that he didn't even expand on. He talked about her not being loyal to Queen of Ring, talked about it for like 4 bars, and he left. He talked about her father and his father, and that could have been a really deep emotional connection. It's a good story, and he got out of that bag. So Prep is like this guy that, like, you know, he tries to say he's a good angler, and I think he has moments where he's picked good angles in the past, but you can see from the Ill Will battle, right? Like, when he released that Ill Will round, like, nobody liked it. So he thought this was a crazy angle he had for Will. Nobody liked that round. Against JC, he had a good round against JC, but that's an angle that everybody uses against JC, that his career is not where it's supposed to be. But JC's giving you a shot. So there's also a contradiction there, too. Then with Swave, you know, those angles, like the whole karate, kung fu, like that, nobody liked that. Even Swave didn't like that. Even Prep himself didn't say, he said he lost that round, in fact. You know what I'm saying? And KCJ did not choke. Like, I promise you guys, when you guys watch it back, you're going to realize, like, oh, her stumble wasn't even that hard. Like, she only, like, said this word a couple times and kept it going. Like, yeah, it was a stumble, but, like, her content was still better than Prep's. Like, do you really think Prep's second round was good? Like, you guys got to, like, why are we pretending it's good? Like, heavy stumble's drastic, man. It's not a heavy stumble. It's not a choke. I promise you, when you guys watch it back, you know what I'm saying? Wink, wink, if you guys haven't watched it back already, because knowing some of you guys, you know, you guys will watch it back somehow, some way, but you're going to realize it wasn't that drastic of a stumble. And I don't know, man, like, you guys are going to sit here and say, like, oh, she stumbled, oh, it's 1-1 going into the third. Like, this man just choked for 20 plus seconds. Like, what is happening? I disagree, man. I disagree. Her material was way better. She ended the round strong with the guys always talking about my dad. I miss my dad, so I always want to pop. Like, it was just better overall. And yeah, I think they're really upset. I think they are really mad. Prep was not robbed. Prep wasn't robbed. Not a single person gave him a vote, nor the fan vote. Like, there wasn't anybody that gave Prep an opportunity for this. So, like, I don't know, guys. If you're gonna be honest with yourselves, if you really want to ride this Prep train, like, he didn't perform to his standard in this tournament. Just keep it real. Yo, top tier pod, man. You on an island, bro. You're gonna be on an island, bro. You're gonna be on an island by yourself with this one, because, like, nobody thought Prep's material was better than Casey's, even with a stumble. Like, if anything, that speaks more to Prep, that your opponent then stumbled after you choked and you couldn't capitalize off the opportunity. You guys are looking at this Casey stumble and just want to deduct everything else. I thought we were listening to material here. Don't you guys listen to material? What's happening here? Stumble is not the equivalent punishment of a choke. CC did not say that. Anwar. A stumble and a choke's not the same thing, Hardcore Flavor. A stumble and a choke is not the same, bro. It's not the same. And if you're going to have, I'm not saying you need to have leeway with these battlers that are prepping every 2 weeks, but you have to at least have the expectancy, like, stumbles could happen at some point in time after going through this gauntlet. Like, I can't be as critical to say you stumbled, you lost the round. You know what I'm saying? I'm still listening to the material. And the stumble, look, you guys are dragging the stumble. Once the battle drops, I'm going to screen record the stumble. I'm going to post it on social media. You're going to realize it wasn't that drastic of a stumble. And if you're going to sit here and say that Prep's material was better, then I'm going to leave it there. But I want to move on from that battle. Motherfuckers deduct everything when y'all hear stumble. I think it's so cheap, Goated. I think it's so cheap. I think it's the easy way out of things, just to say somebody stumbled and then get up out that bag and just say, oh, well, they stumbled, that's it. It's like, did they really stumble, or did they have better? Like, the material was better. The material was better. It was clear as day better. Like, everybody thought so. Nobody else. You guys are on your own on this one, honestly. Sincerely. It sounds like to me that you guys had money on the line, and it sounded a little upset. France people don't like to actually have to judge battles. I will admit, though, it was a little strange to not hear them address it, not hear the judges address the stumble. You know what I'm saying? I was surprised that not one of the judges had it 1-1 going into the third. You know what I'm saying? But I think they thought what the world thought. Casey just had the better material. Prep even admits, you know what? How about this? Prep says Casey's second round was her best round. Prep himself says this. Quote, on the URL Media News, shout outs to whoever interviewed him. I forgot if it was Anwar or Rita. I can't remember. Her second round was her best round, he says. Thank you, Anwar. Her second round was his best round. And Prep keeps doing this weird thing where he starts conceding rounds. It's like, Prep, don't concede a round. Let the people fight for you. If you're gonna concede a round, then there's nothing to talk about. All right, man. Let's move on. I want to talk a little bit about Jack Boy and Cortez, because one thing I took away from that battle is it was amazing. When people are hungry, you can't replicate that, man. You can't replicate people wanting to snatch their respect back, wanting to like really earn their spot. Jack Boy and Cortez was an incredible battle. Personally, when I was watching it, I thought to myself, Jack Boy has so much content. He is gonna win this battle on the replay. When you watch this battle back, he is gonna win that battle on the replay. But Ultimate Madness isn't about winning on the replay. You know what I'm saying? It's about winning in the moment. Energy really goes a long way. Energy goes a very, very, very long way, because Cortez, all he had to do was match Jack's energy for a round or two, seeing that he won the coin toss in 1 second. And before you know it, like, it looked like the battle was closer, or it was in Cortez's margin or favor. But Jack had so much good material, man. Like he had so much different flows he was getting into. So much original chord name flips. For God's sakes, Jack talked about shooting a bodega cat. Like, I love the bodega cat. Don't shoot the bodega cat. What's happening here? I thought the first round was really close. The entire judging panel thought Cortez won it clear. And it's just one of those battles. I feel like that the execution, the energy, and the delivery, and going first being a major disadvantage is what kind of offset this entire battle. I think if you swap it, Cortez goes first, Jack goes second, I really think you get a different outcome. I think it's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? But good battles are the ones where a variety of opinions live, because I see people in the chat. Shouts to Battle Rap Stats. He says on replay it's still a 30 for Tez. I'm sorry. 09 says Jack got the first. Jack's style is tricky. I see a lot of people saying Cortez clear, Jack clear, Cortez 2-1, Jack 2-1. I've seen Cortez 30s. I've seen Mike P gave the battle to Jack 3-0 edge every round. So the fact, what up, Elijah Straight? The fact that everybody has different opinions. Even Elijah says I had Cortez pretty clear. Pretty Blaze says I had Jack 2-3. Listen, good battles are the ones where there's a variety of opinions. Those are the battles where everybody has to just sit down and say, you know what, I respect your opinion, respect mine, and we'll call it a day. My favorite part about everything was Jack Boy's post-game interview. Him and Swamp handled their losses so professional. And being from 2 weeks ago, we see fucking doors being slammed and people crying about being robbed and judges and all that good stuff, right? That you say to yourself, like, how are they going to react when they lose? They handled it with, like, so much class. It was so good. I was really proud of them. And I think it's because they knew that their stock is higher now than whatever it was coming into this tournament. And so they're satisfied with it. They feel like they've earned the respect of the people. And they know for a fact they will be getting calls back. Jack Boy's back, man. Jack Boy's back. Justin says slamming doors after recycling is crazy. They knew they did their thing, and they did. Jack Boy's comeback is lit, says Elijah Straight. Prep's behavior of the loss was very respected. Yeah, everybody handled their losses very well. Everybody handled their losses very well. I was really proud. I didn't see that many drugs interviews post game. Like, I'm not sure if URL got one with him. I didn't see it. I didn't see any 15 Minutes of Fame and Hip Hop is Real interviews with drugs. If there is one and it's out there, I'll go watch it. But I didn't see any while I was doing my homework for today's show. So he might have been the only one that kind of just didn't want to do an interview. But everybody, like, really handled their losses in a professional manner. Humble Jack is a different Jack, man. Like, he said it himself. Like, he just wants his respect. And he said if respect was like a bar by the letters, he's at the P. RASP. He's at the P. He says he needs the rest. And he's going to get the rest for sure. He's made for caffeine. He is made for this setting. So I'm happy for it, man. The Final Four though. Um, let's talk about the Final Four, man, a little bit here. There was a power ranking list that was posted on Battle Rap Reddit today. The power ranking has it as such. They have Cortez, Geechee Gotti, Rum Nitty, and KCJ going into the Final Four, the semifinals. And I want to ask the chat, do you guys think Cortez has been the best battle rapper so far in this tournament? Or do you think it's between Geechee and Rum? What do you guys think? Tony says no. Golden says Geechee won off popularity. Cortez over Geechee? Hell no. Cortez. I don't know why you say hell no. I mean, like, I just want to address that. Like, Cortez has definitely had a tougher road thus far, I guess, right? Like, Jack was a dogfight. And he may have bodied official, but going into it, nobody thought he could beat official. Tez is easily the best. Tez is the best so far in the tournament. Rum Nitty is the GOAT. Rum's been at 80%. He's not outperforming Geechee right now. I respect that. Cortez the MVP so far. Cortez and Gotti tied. Can argue they have not lost a round. I think Swamp took a round off Geechee. Cortez has a whole new slogan and scheme off Ultimate Madness 3. Cortez is the most improved rapper. Not the most improved. Cortez has always been this good. It's just people be hating on him. Cortez is the only one rapping like it's 100K on the line, says JB. Facts. Cortez shocked me. He gets to smack a ish from time to time. Yo, Cortez, hold on. Yeah, you know what? That's a good thing, boss man. You said that. Cortez, this little slogan that, like, I'm Puerto Rican and I still hit bitches, like, can we end that? Like, can we not advocate that? That's not a slogan I want for you. That's not a good slogan. Like, leave that slogan alone. I don't know who co-signed it. I don't know who told you that was fire. I don't know who heard the bars and said, yeah, leave that in there. Take it out. Please. Take it out. I'm asking you personally. Take it out. You know what I'm saying? Please, Jamie said, I told him to walk away from that slogan. Please, walk away from that slogan before somebody flips it into an angle. It'll be a beautiful one. It'll be a very beautiful angle to use against you if you don't just walk away from it. PR, that's hilarious. All right, man, but between Cortez, Rum Nitty, Geechee Gotti, and Casey, well, Casey's obviously been the most shocking, right? Because only 16% of the bracket submitted had her even getting this far to begin with. But nobody could have predicted that two of her opponents would choke in rounds. But again, this is just the Casey curse. 4 out of 6 of her opponents so far on URL has choked standing in front of her. Like, at some point, right, when things keep happening, they're not coincidences no more, right? So, like, it's either Casey does something or she really has this aura or this intimidation, like, when she stares at you. Because if you watch the clip before Prep chokes, I can't even roll the clip because I don't want to get flagged on YouTube, but there's a moment in the clip, you'll watch it. Prep and her make direct eye contact, right? And then he says, that 100K mine now. And then everything just goes blank from there. After, like, that eye contact. It's like Medusa or something. The Madden curse, that's funny. The KC Bay curse. He was thinking about that mac and cheese. That's funny. He got hypnotized. Casey does that weird stare she does. She did it to Twerk. She's the Medusa in the head. Most of Casey's opponents are choke artists. I'm going to believe in Casey. But the thing is, like Prep may have choked, but it's not like Prep didn't know his material. Because after 20 seconds, he got it right back and finished the rest of the battle cleanly. So it was just like that one moment of intimidation that she presented to him. So she's definitely been the most shocking so far. Geechee, I want to say Geechee's looked very dominant because he had a dominant win over Riggs. Cortez had a dominant win over Cortez. But I definitely thought Geechee and Swamp was a lot closer than it felt. Shouts to Mike P. He says here, end quote. Actually, let me get the entire quote. I don't want to misquote him. I don't like to misquote the battle rappers because then they say you create narratives. Mike P says, end quote, I don't like the crowds of people being there for tournament settings. The favoritisms in crowd clearly shows, especially when there's silence to others. Geechee even said him. Not Geechee. Swamp said himself, like battling Geechee Gotti in the West is like battling LeBron in the Staples Centers. So he's okay with the crowd reaction, whatever happened. At the end of the second round, you can hear Swamp mumble, "I don't need y'all to react." You know what I'm saying? So I don't like this whole gas thing. I don't like the stuff. Like when people blame battles on gas and stumbles, I feel like it's just cheap. I feel like it's a cheap tactic to not want to talk about the content that's presented in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Personally, that's just how I feel. Like we're getting away from talking about the bars, the performance, the nuance, the strategy, the attack, the approach. You know what I'm saying? And you just focus on the variables outside of it. Was there gas in the building? I don't like to say that, man. Let people enjoy themselves. You know what I'm saying? Let people react to bars the way they want to react. You can't just tell the entire room, "Yo, be quiet, stay silent." Like they're there for a reason. They're there to create that energy for a reason. Could they have reacted a little more to Swamp? Definitely. I thought Swamp had some really good material, but Geechee Gotti's just, how does he do this? This is his sixth battle in 6 weeks. Y'all know this, right? This is his sixth battle in 6 weeks. Just let that marinate for a second. Gas is high in LA. Like I said, these people don't want to actually have to watch and judge. I hear that. QP no show would have been 7. Champion of the Year contender. Geechee is secretly the GOAT. Geechee has been on fire for the last 2 years. Longer, man. Geechee's been the face of battle rap for the last 3.5 years. You can tell who has homies there. Look, I definitely think the energy definitely sways. Not sways. Sways is a strong word. I definitely feel like it adds to momentum, right? And it can make the optics seem a certain kind of way. But that's only if you want to focus on those things. Like I always say, like when people say, "Oh, battle rappers in the chat are swaying," it's like, well, if you're in the chat, like you're looking to be swayed. You're looking for the opinions. You're looking for what people are saying instead of watching the battle in front of you. You have the option to not pay attention to those external things that are happening. Why was a judge in the chat? That's not a good look. Yeah, you know, Onan Bolson, I think the judges got away from a lot of criticism for the second round of Ultimate Madness 3. I feel like they got a lot of battles that was like on first watch was pretty clear. So their job wasn't that difficult. But they also, a lot of these guys didn't fully elaborate on certain things. They kind of just got in and out their points. And I'm wondering if that's because, like, they just felt traumatized from the last week. Or because the battles were pretty clear cut. But, I don't know, man. There's never going to be a medium with the judges with you guys. There's never going to be a medium. Like the judges in the chat, nobody likes it. Polo records his reactions. Nobody likes it, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like you can't make nobody happy. The people who claim battlers influence the chat also say they aren't influenced. That's a good point. I like the straight to the point. Don't need much elaboration. No, I like the elaboration, man. There's $100,000 on the line. I want to hear what you have to say so that I can see if your logic is consistent in other situations in the occurrences, because your logic gets tested at some point in time. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, Minnesota Luke's logic got completely tested with Prep and Casey because he completely always focuses on cleanliness, fluidity, right? And clearly you guys saying Casey had this hard stumble. He should have gave Prep the battle. If he had given Prep the battle, he'd been the only person to give Prep the battle. He might have looked crazy, but he would have been consistent to what he has displayed as a rubric. You know what I'm saying? What if the judges' transcripts for the rounds? I don't have the transcripts for it. I really should do that next time around. The next couple of battles are gonna get really tight, so I'm definitely gonna get the transcripts for everything that's been happening for the finals. All right, man. I want to talk a little bit about KCJ. I want to talk about KCJ because some interesting quotes over the weekend. Right. First and foremost, congratulations to her for being the champion cover, Mother's Day edition. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these the female battle rappers that you see, the women that you see in battle rap, are mothers as well. So salute to that grind. But interesting quote here. Smack says about KCJ, she is the face of female battle rap right now. Geechee Gotti talks about Woman of the Year. Talks about KCJ. I think she's the front runner right now. Clearly, she's getting a lot of praise. She's getting a lot of attention garnered to her. She's the first woman to make it to a Final Four in any URL tournament. Obviously, there hasn't been many intergender tournaments to begin with, but she's making history along the way. Once her battle with Prep drops, if she wins it on the app, she'll have the best app record of any of the women on the app. So this is the point in time to start asking you guys, like, we got to just ask the question because it's in the realm of possibility. What happens if Casey goes to Nome or wins Ultimate Madness 3? Like, I want to hear from you guys. Like, does this make her the face of female battle rap? Does this mean she's a lock for Woman of the Year? Like what do you guys think? I want to hear what you guys have to say. We only like 2 of her her 6 URL performances. How is she the face? Strong. Little Reggie says it's not happening. Look, Reggie, we have to stop ruling out things not being possible. Because she wasn't even supposed to be where she's at right now. Literally. She is literally not supposed to be where she's at right now. So we can't rule out things being possible. Woman of the Year, yes, maybe. The face, no. I love the idea. She deserves it off performances alone. She don't have to see Vixen. Do you believe in a parallel universe? Stop it. She's been average in this tournament. Doesn't matter what you think she's been or what do you think her performance has been. The point is she wasn't supposed to get here to begin with. She was an underdog both times. Doesn't matter how you win, you've got here. You know what I'm saying? You defy the odds one way or another. Context. She didn't perform great either week. I think that's strong. I think she had a really great first round against Prep. Yes, it does. Her average is winning. Both opponents choked. What is in her material is talking about is mid. Damn. The haters are out there. See, she's already Woman of the Year. Yeah, I didn't keep this energy with Rue Bando, though. I'm sorry, we didn't call Rue Bando the Woman of the Year. We didn't call Rue Bando the face of battle rap, the face of female battle rap. Like, I'm sorry. I didn't know Rue Bando was a woman. You guys are crazy, man. All this hype ends for her next battle. Yo, you guys are really angry at Casey, man. You guys are angry at Casey. Might I remind you guys, I just want to remind you guys, Rue Bando was a choke away from being at Nome, all right? This man had the golden ticket, a silver spoon, golden platter handed to him, and he dropped it. He literally could have been on Nome. Literally. You know what I'm saying? So, again, don't rule out the possibilities here. That's not true, Tony. Rue has a couple battles after the tournament as well. Maybe you might not have seen him on caffeine afterwards, but he's battled afterwards. Casey literally is having a Rue Bando run, and no one praised Rue Bando for winning, so stop. This is crazy, man. This is really crazy. All right, man. I'm going to leave it alone, and I'm going to remember all of this because I'm not saying that Casey will win, but in the event that she does win, because nothing is impossible anymore, apologies need to be distributed. Apologies need to be distributed. Facts. If you go from Ultimate Madness to Survivor Series, that's an L. No, it's not. You're still being booked, Tony. You know what's an L? An L is being on the shelf. An L is not getting calls. An L is not battling. An L is not being active. You guys have strange definitions. Strange definitions for losses here. Very strange. This is Geechee's first female battler. Yeah, no, he's battled on 2-on-2. He's done a couple of like those like baby shower, wedding kind of battles for Dre Vicious, but like this is his. I guess this is his real first 1-on-1 with a Bardashian at that. So I'm sure Geechee Gotti is hella motivated. But look, man, Casey didn't make it this far for no. It's not coincidence. It's not all luck. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe you guys would criticize her more than the people that are not finishing the job. You guys are saying she's not good, then how come people are not beating her? Like, I've never understood that logic when people say somebody is not good and then they can't beat them and they say, oh, well, they won by default. Well, it's like, hold on, man, time out. It's like Cortez said. Cortez like, nah, don't tell me you weren't motivated for me. You called me ass. Don't tell me you wasn't motivated for me. You said I was bad. You said I was trash. I don't know, man. It don't work that way. Geechee is overrated, then why can't anyone get him out of here? I agree. Marquise is that same example. It's that same example. I deal with fairness. I kind of don't want to see a friendly Geechee and Nitty battle at Nome. I do praise Mook's win for Iron Solomon. I've never seen Iron Solomon lose all 5 rounds. I say this all the time. I'm one of the only people that likes that win. I'm sorry. Geechee is the best. So do you care about the battle? Let's keep reading these messages. Casey's holding it down. Jazz in Mexico. Official choke. Yeah, she has to hold it down. Why are we so opposed to critical thinking? Casey has won, but she was just okay. Look, all I'm saying is if you think she was just okay, she still is in a position that nobody thought she would be in. You can't say, "Oh, I didn't think she would beat Twerk or Prep," and then say, "Oh, well, she was just okay." It don't work that way. She's here. Anything is possible. Anything is possible in these tournaments. All right. In fact, the things that are most illogical are the things you should be worried about in this tournament. Because nobody on a regular day, I would never envision Jackboy beating T-Top. All right. There's a lot of upsets that I've seen in these tournaments, and you guys still don't respect the upsets. For God's sakes, 4 out of the 8 underdogs advanced the first round. 2 out of the 4 underdogs advance this round. Why can't one advance the next round? It's possible. It's possible. It's very possible. All right, man. Let's move on, man. Got some news here from Hollow the Dawn. Hollow the Dawn is looking to get active again in battle rap. Hollow the Dawn is looking to get active again in battle rap, but Hollow is a strategist. He doesn't ever really make moves unless he has fully calculated all his steps, which is, it's smart on his end because this is how he moves. This is why his brand is so high. That's why he is elite. But he says that he has clips ready, aka rounds. Rounds ready for Rum Nitty, K-Shine, and JC. Let's throw it to you guys. What do you guys think of this? Tell all 3 to come outside. I got Don losing to all 3. We don't want to see Nigel, but give JC his spotlight chance. Geechee said he'll get Hollow out of here on Nome. And Geechee did say that. Hollow always comes back after his music gets known. Damn. Take it easy. Hollow 0-3. Damn. Hold on. Let me get this straight. You guys are telling me if Hollow battles JC, Rum Nitty, and K-Shine, he's going 0-3? I mean, I'm gonna pick him to lose some of these too, but I wouldn't pick him to lose all 3 in a row. Says facts. Hollow's done 0-3. Hollow's been away from the game for a while. He might be rusty. Hollow always takes a year, 18 months off of battle rap. This is how he operates. He'll be fine. BXI just says 2-1. This chat is feisty. 0-3. JB, if you're still here, do you see this? They think Hollow will lose all these battles. I can't make this up. This is crazy. I honestly see him beating K-Shine. He knows how to break battlers down. What were his last 2 friends? Terrible. Yeah, they weren't the best. His Danny Myers and Math battle were definitely not some of his best work. Hollow is a goat to me, but Shine and Rum are in rare form. 63, duck this. Hollow versus JC. Hollow can win. I just think his rollout is whack. It's a good message. Keep the receipts. 4 times. I'm keeping the receipts for this entire episode. The Casey disrespect was crazy. You know what I'm saying? And this Hollow disrespect right now. Look, I think one of the first names whoever he battles first, like if it's Rum Nitty, man, I really want Rum to beat Hollow, but we got to be honest with ourselves. Like, Rum Nitty has had the most battles in 1 year last year ever in his career. This guy took a total of like 2 months off and has battled Don Marino, Holmesy the God, Sirius Jones, and now Drugs. And I got to be honest, he's looked fairly beatable in all these battles. Like, none of those Nitty performances that I just listed so far this year are explosive. None of them are yeah, they're dominant, I guess, but I don't feel like any of those guys are capable really to have beaten him to begin with. Hollow's one of those guys like Goods where he doesn't jump in the ring or get active until he has a game plan. You know what I'm saying? So, like, these are people that, like, there's a saying, right? I only take bets I know I can win. And that's hollow. It's like he takes battles that he knows he can win. He takes battles when he knows he has like a nice like range of attack for somebody. And plus, Rum Nitty is he's just spent right now. He's just straight out spent. You know what I'm saying? So I don't just believe that Rum Nitty could get 21 days and then all of a sudden be completely rejuvenated for hollow. Like he's tired, bro. He is tired. That man is tired. He's so good though. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, 80%, 70% Rum Nitty is better than a lot of people, but you can't be 70, 80% when you're taking these high profile matches, right? So Nitty said he's not battling him until after. Good. I would hope so. Nitty has so many bars saved up for the GOAT tiers. I don't know, man. You would think so, but a lot of these battle rappers don't start penning bars until it's time. Like, their brains don't start to click until a battle is locked in. So he had to write from scratch for Holmesy or the Don. He got bars for Hollow. I don't know, man. You say that too confidently, and a lot of these battle rappers openly say this all the time. They don't start writing until like they know something is set in stone. They're not gonna waste their time. They're not gonna waste their material. They're not gonna waste their brain power. Guys have to be in battle mode. So I don't think he just has bars sitting around for all these guys that he wants. You know what I'm saying? Danny is the only one that got a notebook of bars. Yeah, I agree with that. Folks forget that 2-on-2 with Lux. Nah, we don't forget it. It's just a 2-on-2. We can't take that and apply it to a 1-on-1. Let's talk about Geechee freestyling to this 100K. Hilarious. He can have bars, but as a cohesive focus round directed to him. Look, I got a nitty quote here. Let me pull this up. Let's see if I can find this. All right, Nitty says here, end quote, I've come to the realization that there's always going to be fans that want to see me do other things, but my fans don't want to see me do nothing else but me. He said this on 15 Minutes of Fame in regard to him trying to be an angler more, trying to angle more. He's real conflicted because clearly there's people that want to see him step out of his box and do more things. And then there's fans that's like, yo, don't do that. Just punch somebody's head off for 3 rounds. And to be honest, he's conflicted. He kind of really is just stuck in the middle. It almost seems to me he doesn't really know what he wants to like really do anymore. Because it's like he knows that he can't just punch 3 rounds at these big battles and win them. He needs to do something a little bit different. But when he does something different, nobody wants it from him. So Nitty wants to be versatile. He actually wants to be versatile, but he keeps getting rejected for it. Hollow's overall 96, and Nitty's overall 90, Shine's overall 92. Lady Cautious says, it's going to be Cortez and Casey in the finals. I like that finals. Cortez has to battle another Bardashian to win the 100K. It's a solid storyline. M4 says, it's a risk. Doing something can earn him or lose a lot. Tata says, he do something different no one notices. That's a good point, Tata. Rum Nitty only had 4 gun bars in his battle with drugs. I didn't even realize that till he said it himself. And I'm like, oh my God, like this guy just went the whole battle without talking about guns almost. Like I did count them. If Geechee and Rum go to the finals, they're going to split the 100K. I actually think if Geechee and Rum does go to the finals, they're going to have a little wink, EFB, West, you my brother, like, you know what I'm saying, let's work it out type situation going on. But I do think they realize the fans will expect a friendly battle. So they're gonna take the gloves off and at least give you guys a competitive bout. But they're definitely going to finagle that money. If those two make it, like, forget it. Like, they're walking away profitable. They're walking away in profit. But they're going to give you guys a good battle. We talked about Rum and Hollow. What about Shine and Hollow and JC and Hollow? I didn't see much comments for JC and Hollow. What do you guys think of JC and Hollow? I was actually surprised to hear Hollow say he has rounds for him. I was shocked by that. I like it, says Tata. Okay. JC and Hollow's a battle I don't need or like. Damn. Hollow's going to lose. Move on. Hollow versus JC. Nah. JC's ass. What is happening in here? JC will be motivated for Hollow. I need to see JC in the dance battles. Shouts to Battlefest. JC will smoke Hollow. Hollow is washed. It's a great look for JC. Hollow's still a GOAT to me. He's still a GOAT, period. I'd like to see Hollow and K-Shine. I would like to see Hollow and K-Shine too. JC hasn't been great nowadays. What is happening? What is happening? JC was fire against Nun. JC was fire against First Lady Flames. Like, what do you mean? What? What is happening? Hollow on his return might be dangerous. I agree. Justin says, they didn't watch those battles. Facts. Big facts. Hollow versus Mike P will be a good battle. I didn't know I needed that. Hollow and Mike P. Lady Caution, what the F? Hollow versus Mike would be fire. I'm not against that. I didn't know I needed that till you probably suggested it. Hollow will probably be boring as hell in an empty room. It's weird? When Hollow and Mac Myron did their quarantine battle, right? Everybody loved that Hollow round. Everybody's like, oh, I love this Hollow round. I love it. And I'm just like, it's a good Hollow round. This is good. But now everybody thinks he just wouldn't. Like, this guy is so calculated, bro. This guy would not jump back into battle rap if he didn't know he could be good. He already doesn't battle frequently. Again, he battles 12 to 18 months apart. So he's already not, like, him being rusty's not a thing. You know what I'm saying? Him taking his time because he's the one that pretty much says, like, he's the A side to these battles. He's the one that says, all right, let's get it cracking. Let's get it out. Let's make this battle happen. It's not the other way around. You know what I'm saying? So this is a guy that's going to wait till he gets the material that he needs to get. And plus, he doesn't write in a short span of time. So that's probably why he's clipping up. So that, if he gets the call for JC Rum or Shine for, 21 days, 28 days, he's ready to go to war. He does what he got to do. The myth of a calculated Hollow took a hit with the Math and Danny battle. France addressed Hollow being prepared, but is 0-4 in his last 4. He lost. He might have lost to Danny. I don't feel like anybody won that battle clearly. Definitely lost to Math. I had him losing to John. So he definitely might have lost a lot of his. He might have lost his last 4. He was good in the 2-on-2. He definitely was really good in the 2-on-2. Hollow's dirty batch equals small room fire. Them battles don't matter. Oh boy, here we go. We are the ones who lost versus the Hollow and Danny battle. Oh my goodness, this is terrible. This is terrible. This is terrible. All right, man. I'm gonna close out with some eye battle before I get to the headliner over the weekend. I got one last question in regards to Jack Boy and Swamp. I love Humble Swamp. I love Humble Jack. I want to ask you guys, what do you think should be their next battle? What do you guys want to see next for Jack Boy? What do you guys want to see next for Swamp? Swamp and T-Top. Ooh, I like that, man. He did call out T-Top. He did tell Anwar straight up. He says, what he told Anwar? Tell T-Top to come outside for Gnome. It's time to stop running. I like that. Jack versus Lou. I love Jack and Lou. I would love that battle. Battle each other. I like Jack and Swamp. I really like Jack and Swamp. Jack and Saga. Not mad at that. Not mad at that for Saga's return. Swamp versus T-Top. Jack versus Dot. B-Dot? Or Dot? I need to clarify. Whoop the Pot versus Jack Boy. That's fire. Swamp and Jack Boy's fire. Stop cheating Swamp out of his wins. Jack and Mike P. It's a cool battle. Jack and Swamp is low-key fire. Jack and Swamp is hella fire. Jack versus Clone. That's alright. Swamp and Mike P. Jack versus Danny. Yikes. Jack versus Danny? Damn. I'm not mad at that. Jack versus Dot. Okay, see, I talking about Dot. Alright. Jack versus Dot. I think it's cool. Yeah, trying to kill Jack again. Yeah, I don't know. Jack and Dan, like, stay clear of Danny right now. Stay very clear of Danny. Danny still needs to get the Suge battle done. All right, that hasn't been completed yet, so that needs to still get ironed out. Swamp can't get no looks. Kaz versus Jack, the Rock battle. Swamp versus Fawn. Swamp is ass. Jack and Av. I gotta say one thing though. I know I want Swamp and T Top. I really do. But in my humble opinion, I don't feel like people that were eliminated from the tournament should get a Gnome slot. Like, part of you being in the tournament was to get on Gnome. So it's a real, like, wait, hold on. You were just in the tournament to try to get on Gnome. You failed, and now you're still on Gnome? Like, I don't know if it's 100% fair. Shouts to Late Caution says the Queen of the Ring had a successful event this weekend. Yes, they did, man. I can't wait for those battles to drop. Tata was in the building, gave us a lot of interesting information, interesting updates on all the battles. I heard Lady Caution and Fly King was a really fun battle. I can't wait to see all these battles, because Debo told us there was going to be a pay-per-view available. There was no pay-per-view last minute, so we missed out. Hopefully Panic Room 5 next month, I believe in June, has a pay-per-view. It needs to have a pay-per-view. It has to. Panic Room is like a Queen of the Ring staple. It needs a pay-per-view. Salute to that, man. Salute to that. When is Coffee and Hustle battling? Hopefully on Panic Room. If they battle on Panic Room, that's fire. I'm here for that. I'm here for that, man. I'm here for it. All right, man. I want to close today's show. A lot of you guys may not be familiar with Dunsh, right? But Dunsh and Jables had a battle over the weekend at iBattle. And first and foremost, big shout outs to iBattle because they put on so many events. It's almost impossible to keep track with. They're definitely a top producing league. They gave us Real Sick, right? You know what I'm saying? They gave us Real Sick. Real Sick is a star in this league. Lex had the most of his talent proceeding the Crucible. He had 4 of his names in the final 8 or 16, I should believe. The final 16. So obviously Lex knows how to handpick good talent. And every weekend they come away with one battle that's really good, really fun. We've seen Excel get his victory over A-Ward, right? We've seen those battles in Atlanta. They probably had the best Atlanta crowd so far this year. And Dunsh and Jable went down. If anybody's seen it, salute to that. But if you haven't, I'll say this much. It was a really dope battle. iBattle is extremely underrated. I agree. iBattle is extremely underrated. I've seen a message that says Dunsh is fire. Dunsh is dope. I would love to see Dunsh on URL. He said himself that his bucket list for this year is to headline iBattle and be on URL. Frack on URL would be incredible as well. I would love to see Frack on URL. Hardcore Flavor says Dunsh is fire. If you guys were to see Dunsh on URL, who do you think will be his opponent? Who's somebody you would pick for him? Like, you're in the front office of URL. You just booked Dunsh. And you say, all right, I need to get him the right opponent. Who you picking from? Dot, Your Honor, Anderson, Danny, damn, Pat Stay. Let's get realistic here. Relax. Let's be realistic. It's his debut. Dunsh versus Dot. That's fire. Dunsh and Bill. That'd be fun. Dunsh and Nun. Lady Caution versus Miami on Bullpen this weekend. Salutes to that. Miss Hustle, just to piss you off. I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. The racial bias is real out here. Yeah, you see that, right? Everybody is picking white people to battle Dunsh on his debut. And it's just like, wait, hold on. Like, why y'all want all this white on white crime? I'm not mad at the white on white crime, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Like, I'm here for it. I do want to say, though, there is a historic track record of white battle rappers doing extremely well on URL. And that might be because you don't really get a lot of the guys that are versatile with jokes, that do all the multis. You don't get that frequently on URL. It's very, like, seldom it happens. So when it does happen, it stands out. You can even just point back to the beginning of URL, SoCon, right? The SoCon days. His material aged like milk. But in the moment, SoCon was dominant. when Real Sick made his not Real Sick, I'm sorry, Real Deal made his debut on URL against B Magic, a young B Magic fresh out the PGs, right? Real Deal was on fire. I seen somebody say Joe was dope. You know, Snow was dope until he ran into T-Top and Real Deal. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of the white guys that make their debuts on URL. Sharon made his debut against Shotgun Shug. Dominant performance, right? Roan bodied Danger Zone. I was there for it, but it's vaulted. Unfortunately, nobody got a chance to see it. Pat Stay, a Gnome and a Summer Madness debut. And this guy was on fire. So a lot of the white guys definitely make the transition to URL very seamlessly. Real Deal smoked Magic in his prime. That was before Magic's prime. That was like when Magic was ascending to his prime. Like that was real early 2012, but he definitely got Magic out of here. Why they vault the Danger Zone battle? I heard the audio was a little was no bueno, man. Was no bueno. Rock beat Pat Stay out dying this hill. It's all right, man. I respect your opinion, Tony. You can have that. I ain't even mad at it. Y'all just like different flavors once in a while. I mean, we do, Justin. There's nothing wrong with it. It's nothing wrong with it. It's okay to have some variety. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to not, you know, it's okay to go to a nice Indian restaurant once in a while. Go have some Thai food or you know, eat some sushi. Like do something different. It's all right. It's all right, man. What about Ilmac and Dunsh for your debut? I wouldn't do that because they're both debuting. I would rather their debuts to be separate. I didn't say there was. Don't get defensive. It's okay, man. It's okay. I'm piggybacking off your point. I don't want to see Dunsh and Ilmac battle each other in debuts. Kills the purpose. I agree. Suge is trash. Where'd that come from? God damn. Relax. A-Ward versus Dunsh. A-Ward's another guy. You know, y'all want A-Ward on URL so damn bad. He would do great on URL, wouldn't he? So, I do believe all the guys can easily make that transition. He said Sugar's trash just because he felt like it. I felt that in his soul. Some of these messages, I can feel it in your soul. And I wish I knew how some of your voices sound, because I know how Marlo's voice sounds. I know how Hardcore Flavor's voice sounds. So I can read their messages and just put a tone to it. You know what I'm saying? He meant that with to the 9th degree. Suge has been crying on Twitter lately for no reason. Respect to Suge. Damn. The Riot versus I battle. Dale Simmons, you might have started a card that we didn't know we needed, bruh. That sounds mad fire. That sounds mad fire. Suge and Danny doesn't need to be rebooked. Yeah, it's been delayed now. It's supposed to be 2 months, right? It's supposed to be 2 months since it hasn't happened. I don't know if I want to see it anymore. I like that Riot versus I battle deal though, man. That's a good suggestion. Like real name Brandon versus Shy G. You know what I'm saying? Couple of those hitters out there against each other. I mean, they have collabed already. Like Dev the Demon has battled on I battle before. So, all right, man. We're gonna close the show out here with that. LTBR Daily, as always, Monday through Thursday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's about 11:30, 12 p.m. ish. We'll be back tomorrow with CC, I believe. I got to check in on her. Before I head up out of here, man, if you can as well, keep our teammate, you know what I'm saying, our podcast family member, Nina, in her prayers. You know what I'm saying? She did have a very devastating loss over the weekend. And any words of encouragement, any affirmations, any positive, words, prayers, keep her. I'm just tired of it's tragic, man. I don't even have any more words for it, to be honest. But keep your prayers up for Nina for sure, man. Salutes to her. Hope she's doing well. And as always, man, how you clocking out early? I'm clocking out early so I can clock in on time somewhere else. Praise to her. Salute y'all, man. Hope you have a blessed Monday. As always, man, the show wouldn't be what it is without you guys. So we'll be back tomorrow.